Well, Fabrizio Romano update in K Golazo podcast is here, and it is here with a lot of updates. So we're going to talk about that, the whole update regarding every single thing that was asked to him about Arsenal. Cody Gakpo is here, Tielemans is here, and of course, who is who is Arsenal's new winger? Is it revealed? Nuno Tavares leaving, and how? Like, what kind of a truth? Is there any truth regarding Arthur to Arsenal? Like, because there are recent sources which suggest things otherwise. But also, Sane. What is the truth behind Sane? Pablo Mari leaving. Well, we got to talk about a lot of things, and let's just jump into the news that we've got. Yeah, I think that would be so good. So, Fabrizio Romano in the K Golazo podcast about Saliba says, from what I'm told, a new deal is not fully agreed or completed yet. They're discussing it, very positive discussions with his agent, but still not fully agreed. The plan is to continue with him and have him part of the team. This is one of the reports that came out. Another report that came out from Freddie Paxton, he says, it is my understanding that William Saliba has already agreed a new deal to extend his Arsenal contract after positive talks before the US tour. Arsenal pleased with his development and see him as an important part of the future. No word on when an official announcement is expected. So the question is, who would you believe now? Because there's Fabrizio who says he does no, nothing is agreed about, everything is positive. Freddie Paxson says, when I don't know when the official announcement is, but with my understanding, Saliba is has agreed to extend his new deal before the US tour. So this also states one thing, that maybe Arsenal are really they want to keep everything under wraps, so they don't want. I mean, they're giving contrasting reports to different journalists as well. But let's just jump into. I know that William Saliba deal will be fine, but let's talk about this whole a small update regarding Nuno Tavares coming up. But before that, let's talk about the winger. So Fabrizio said, with this winger Arsenal are looking to sign, I think they will go for it, and if they really trust the winger, not just to sign another player. We know Rafinha was a top target for Arsenal. Rafinha was an obsession for Arsenal because he was super appreciated, but then they decided not to enter a bidding war. I would love to tell you about the winger, but at the moment, everything is under the radar. I will try to find out to tell you in the coming days. So even Fabrizio does not even have a sniff of the news, which is really interesting. Talking about Fabrizio Romano, he spoke about Nuno Tavares. He said that Atlanta want this man as their new left back. Brighton are interested, but Atalanta are really pushing in the last hours. But there is still no agreement. Arsenal always want their conditions to be respected. Arsenal are really tough on the market on selling players. They want to sell some players, but at their own conditions. That's how it should be, right? That's how it should be. I like that. I like that part of the conversation. And talking about Saka's new deal, he said Bukayo Saka, from what I'm told, is really happy at Arsenal. He loves the club, he loves the manager because the relationship with Arteta is very good. I think there are very good chances to continue together, but it's not fully agreed yet. So it's really interesting, isn't it? Very much interesting. And talking about Zinchenko's move to Arsenal, why has it not announced yet? He says it's a matter of hours from official confirmation, with everything signed with the player and both clubs. The player is already with Mikel Arteta and the team, so you need a confirmation, lads. Okay, so talking about Arthur, Fabrizio said, no, at the moment, no, I see a lot of rumors, but I have no confirmation on Juventus' side, on Arsenal's side, and also the players' side. He was in the list in January. Now I feel they have different priorities. Talking about Tielemans, he said Arsenal is his priority. I would say it's a clear choice because the player would love to move. He would love to join Arsenal, but it's up to Arsenal to submit a proposal and go strong for him. He's waiting for Arsenal since April. Since bloody April, man. Wow. That's insane, man. That's really insane. Unbelievable. He's waiting since April, man. That's crazy. Also, according to Sam Jadine, Leno, Renars and Bahrain, Torreira are expected to go. Arsenal could keep Ainsley due to versatility. Tavares and Marquinhos mostly will get loan deals. Makes a lot of sense. Also, talking about Arthur, Juventus are trying to find an exit for their unwanted midfielders. Aaron Ramsey contract termination, Arthur Melo to Arsenal. That's the list from footballitalia.net. So we better see where that leads us to. Ben Jacobs says that the longer the window goes, more the leverage Arsenal have for Tielemans. There is now a sense that a departure is needed in midfield for the deal to happen. So, and also Sane was explored with Rafinha. Sane was explored, but it did not materialize. So, but it's still far away. It's still far away. Charles Watts says that Tavares' possibility will be able to leave on loan this summer, but his immediate future is all linked to possible incomings. Marseille are believed to be interested, while Atlanta also keeping tabs. We know that. We know that. Yeah, we don't want to talk about that. Let's talk about Pablo Mari. So Pablo Mari, Fenerbahce have made first contact with Arsenal on Pablo Mari, according to Rudy Galetti. So that is that. So Paul Merson believes that Arsenal should not sell Gabriel. He says Arsenal fans don't need to worry about Gabriel, even though Juventus showed interest in him. I think he will stay at the club. I mean, he plays every week. It's not like he's not playing. I don't think he'll leave to join Juventus. Him and Ben White look very, very solid together. And Mikel Arteta clearly rates him very highly. He's been their first choice for a while now. Juventus are not the Juventus of old either, are they? Years ago, if a team like them came running, you'd go. So, yeah, it makes a lot of sense. It makes a lot of sense. Like, why would you leave Arsenal for Juventus right now at this point of time? If you're getting regular game time, it does not make any sense. Of course, if your priority is Champions League, then that's a different scenario. But moving on, Arsenal keen on Cody Gakpo, but Wenger has World Cup priority. That's according to Football.London. It looks like he would want to move to a club wherein he has the World Cup in his mind. Cody Gakpo. He's a regular in PSV Eindhoven team and has already been part of Louis van Gaal's plan in the Dutch squad. Gakpo doesn't want to take any risks this summer, and that could jeopardize his place in the Netherlands squad for the World Cup just months away. So this report says Gakpo is not leaving Arsenal, look somewhere else. That's what the bottom line is. Moving on, so talking about again this guy. Now, what is I would want to talk about the whole Brighton coming in for someone like him, Tavares. He says Dan Ashworth, now at Newcastle, says Tony Bloom, the owner and the chairman, has never been keen on incoming loans. We've only done one since I've been here. That was Aaron Moy. It was a loan with an option to buy. It was late in the window and we needed another midfield player. We always knew he was a really good player and we really liked him, tracked him for a while. So the idea is if Cucurella leaves, Brighton would either want the player to be bought off, or if the player is bought for with an obligation to buy. So let's see if that's going to be happening or not. I mean, yeah, I'd like to see Tavares go out on loan because defensively, not the best kind of player you'd want in your team, but let's see where he will land up. What do you think? Where should he be loaned at? Let me know what you guys think about it. I'll see you in the next one. Until then, cheers and don't forget to subscribe.